Book 6 of Self-Mastery by Archangel Michael. Number 7, the next level of spiritual awareness. Beloved Masters, the majority of humanity has forgotten that within the universal laws, there is a God-given right which allows each human being to reclaim the ability to commune with the ascended masters and the great beings of the higher realms. Internal communication is a direct sharing of thought without words or sound. This is your natural state of being. However, there are prerequisites and conditions that must be attained before you can access the universal telepathic airways. While in your pyramid of light in the 5th dimension, ask that your guardians, guides, and angelic helpers join you there. Ask your personal council of light to assist you in your endeavors to strengthen your resolve and to give you the power, will, and wisdom that you need to move into the next level of spiritual awareness. You all are in a critical phase of your spiritual growth process, whereby you are being asked to release all that is holding you back from the spiritual freedom you are seeking. This means dysfunctional and restrictive relationships, harmful, addictive, and negative habits and thought patterns, and possessions that are taking up too much of your time, effort, and abundance. During this shifting of the ages cycle, you are experiencing a great variety of transformational changes. You are reclaiming all the personal fragments and energy thought forms that you created during your long journey into the physical expression. You are reuniting with many sparks of consciousness that make you up your divine self and your soul family, and you are also striving to become a spiritual human adult while existing in an ever-expanding multidimensional realm of physicality. Those of you who have laid the groundwork and are well on your way to self-mastery are now ready for the next level of spiritual awareness. You, the starseed, the brave ones who have suffered through and emerged triumphant from many dark nights of the soul in order to purge yourselves of old self-limiting concepts and energy patterns, are now ready to step to the foreground as the vanguard of evolving humanity and the inhabitants of the light, bright, and refreshed earth. You must consciously examine your beliefs and discard those which no longer serve your greatest good. You must remove yourself from the restrictions and the distortions of the collective consciousness belief patterns of the past. By doing so, you will gradually be lifted from the stifling density of the 3rd and lower 4th dimensional environment. You must disentangle yourselves from the confinement of misplaced obligations, real or imagined restrictions, and distorted, deliberating beliefs of the lower realms of physicality. Being in the world but not of it is one of the most important truths of budding master must learn and apply. Your main goal is to return to an accepted spectrum of duality, whereby your energetic signature is vibrating at a harmonious frequency pattern which is compatible with the 4th dimension or higher. This is the required level of harmonious frequencies needed to tap into the power and magic of the transmuting violet flame and to begin to access and use a full measure of animatical particles of creator light. This light has consciousness, and as you assimilate it and activate it with your loving intention, the gift of the higher consciousness is yours to use and to share. Never forget, this creator light is your lifeline to the all that is. The world within is filled with magic, wonderment, and access to abilities that are beyond your imagination. You have spent a much longer time in a non-physical reality than you have in a physical body. Earthly existence is merely a moment in time compared to the eternity of the higher realms. Your sacred mind is a storehouse of past experiences, wisdom, and cosmic law. When the soul merges fully with the sacred heart, it is a grand reunion of monumental proportions. The soul, your intuition, and your inner sensory abilities are all etheric light sources. When your intentions are centered in love and projected with purity, you become a powerful source of sacred fire energy. Some time ago, we gave you a message entitled, "You are the in-breath of the Creator." In that message, we told you there have been some misconceptions about the in-breath, and the popular belief has been that the Creator will breathe in all that has been created. This is not true. The Creator is sending forth its radiance to incorporate all the magnificence that has ever been created. Beloved ones, you are the in-breath. You will breathe in the essence of the Creator as you ready your human vessel to receive more and more refined light and rarefied vibrational frequencies of the higher realms. You, in your human vessel, will incorporate the essence of the Creator that is permeating the earth plane as well as the entire universe. We cannot emphasize enough how important the breath is in reclaiming your divine nature, not the shallow breathing that the majority of people on the earth have accepted as the proper way to breathe. This type of shallow breathing has resulted in many debilitating symptoms and diseases, as well as limiting your intake of divine essence, which is critical to your well-being and the reclamation of your vessel of light. We have explained and emphasized the infinity breath, the accordion breath, and how important is the practice of breathing with intention. The infinity breath could be called the ascension breath, for it aligns your galactic chakras with your physical vessel and opens the return passageways to the higher dimensions. It speeds up the process of building your ascension vehicle of light called the Merkaba. It also facilitates the opening of the portal to your sacred mind and the front and back portals of your sacred heart. The accordion breath facilitates a double benefit. It draws forth the energetical particles stored within the root chakra and also the atomatical particles stored within your etheric replica, located within your fifth dimensional personal pyramid of light, which flow forth from the city of light in which you have established a connection. This supplies a continuous flow of creator particles to and through your physical vessel, then out into the personal creator wheel, and ultimately out into the world of form. In the past, we have also spoken about the rhythmic breathing, which could be called the sacred breath. When practiced regularly, this technique will energize your bodily form and improve your health, for it will supply your physical being with the radiant particles of God light needed for the optimum performance and longevity. It is also an effective way to radiate the violet flame of atomatical particles of light out into the world of form for the benefit of all. The sacred breath entails deep in-breathing, which begins in the lower abdomen. Breathe deeply and slowly as you extend the stomach and then the chest area as you envision the breath slowly rising up and out of the crown chakra. When you have filled the lungs to the maximum, hold the breath for the same span of time as the in-breath. Envision a ball of light slowly moving down your column of light as you gradually release the breath, drawing the stomach in as you hold the breath the same length of time before beginning the next in-breath. You should state your intentions or affirmations before you begin the sacred breath, such as irradiating the violet flame or energetical particles of light out into the world, or any of the brief affirmations you have been given. In order to get the rhythm of this type of breathing, in the beginning, you may wish to breathe in to the count of 5 or 7. Hold for the same count, breathe out, and hold for the same count until you are comfortable with the process. All 4 actions should be of the same duration with a smooth, fluid, effortless motion. This is also a wonderful group activity and a powerful method for spreading the violet flame and divine light of Creator. As you begin accustomed to deep rhythmic breathing, you will no longer be comfortable with the short, shallow breathing techniques used by the masses. Recently, a dear dedicated soul asked this important question. I have a question about the practice of forgiveness. I forgive everyone with whom I've shared conflicting, discordant energies during my present or past lives, and I return to them wrapped in a bubble of love all negative memories, impacted energies, and probable futures we have created together. I have been doing this daily and have found it to be extremely powerful. My question is, why do we return the memories, energies, and probable futures to the other people? Why not release them altogether, perhaps into the violet flame? Our beloved messenger's answers to her was, when we forgive others through our loving intention, we return the negative vibrational patterns we have created back into neutral light substance. However, the other person's vibrational patterns are still in the original discordant forms that were created during the negative interaction between the parties involved. We cannot transform their negative energy. They have to do that themselves. However, by wrapping their negative vibrations in love, we are sending them a gift of atomatical particles along with their negative thought forms, and if they so desire, it will give them a gift of love light, which they can transmute into negative thought patterns more easily. If they choose not to accept the gift and thereby not learn the lesson involved, it will manifest again through another person and situation. However, we are released from the karmic interaction and will never have to experience it again. We have gained the wisdom from the experience, for we have responded in a loving, masterful way. That is why Archangel Michael tells us, you cannot change anyone else, you can only change yourself, which will change the dynamics between you. It is the same with the love light we send out via our personal creator wheel. It is not only benefiting us and helps us to manifest what we desire for the greatest good, but we are encased and moving in an auric field filled with atomatical particles of love light. That is why people wish to be near us and why they feel inspired and lifted in our presence. If they open their hearts to the gift, they will receive an infusion of God light through us. And it is the time with the iridescent pink ray of divine love of the goddess and also the transforming violet flame. We become bearers and conveyors of this divine energy when we move into a state of balance and harmony and have aligned ourselves with our I am presence and sincerely ask that everything we think, do, or say is for the highest good of all. Remember, Archangel Michael tells us that the most beneficial gift of tithering is to share the Creator love light that we receive with others until the time comes when they can access that blessed gift for themselves. Allow us to give you some more thoughts to contemplate. The reality of the senses, physical body consciousness. When you are in the flow of spirit, you will exist very lightly in your body with no pain or discomfort. You may experience diminished bodily sensations except for an expanded feeling of love within the heart area, and you will experience a great sense of well-being and harmony. You must become aware of your physical body consciousness as your body elemental wakes up, so to speak. Gradually, it will begin to work harmoniously with you to correct all the miscreations you have manifested within your bodily form due to erroneous thoughts forms. Over time, you will become more sensitive to your body's elemental signals. You are constantly being bombarded by the input of the 5 physical senses. Moment to moment, you are either evolving or devolving. Nothing remains static. Problems arise when there is lack of attunement or empathic alignment with others. Each person must closely examine their own feelings, actions and projections of life force energy, because when it is tainted or misqualified, it is potentially disturbing and destructive rather than empowering and constructive. Do not deny yourselves the blessing of the physical realm, which are your divine birthright, by becoming a devout ascendant, like so many of who in the past sought ascension through denial by forsaking all worldly pleasure. This path does not lead to self-mastery and enlightenment. Centered self-awareness, pure thoughts, and the ability to rise above the discord created by hate, resentment, jealousy, and greed are the quickest way to tame the ego and to return to a balanced and harmonious state of being. When you reach a certain level of self-mastery, we encourage you to endeavor to get your attention by intensifying the love light within your sacred heart. It could be called a spiritual light infusion. If you can view all that is presently in your life as a transitionary, accept the love light and spiritual fire within your heart soul, then you will know what we are trying to convey to you. Release your fears of the past and the future, eliminate the emotional and mental controls others have over you, and become the free spirit you were meant to become. We are ever near to assist you and inspire you. You are loved profoundly. I am Archangel Michael.